Alrighty, hello everybody. Sorry that took a minute. My avatar did not want to cooperate with me tonight. So now though we are all good, her eyes are all working. Oh, yeah, okay. Anyways, so tonight we are going to be playing. So I saw this pop up on the Xbox Game Pass, and it's called EXA. It came out, I think it looks like about 5 days ago, and I I just watched Johnny Mnemonic the other day, and this game is like right there. The description is like it's 1997. You're a hacker. There's stuff going on, and I was like, I have to play this game. I don't know if it'll go past today or not. I don't know if my avatar is going to decide that she wants her eyeballs to work right. Also, you'll notice that the dogs aren't here because it might storm tonight, and so I can't. I didn't want to have them in here going crazy, so they are not with me tonight. But yeah, it's we are on a trip tonight. I will. My eyes are already doing funky things. she is losing her mind. I don't know what is going on. I may have to turn my I may have to turn myself off. We'll see. If you notice anything weird, it's absolutely me. Yeah, see right now it's my left eye that's wonky, or this one over here. Maybe on the right side for you. This one. This is the wonky one. It's like freaking out. Earlier it was this one. See? You can see them. It's just, I don't know what it is. I've reset the program I don't know how many times, and I can't. It's either the eyeballs are off or the eyelids are being wonky. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe it needs an update that I've missed. Maybe I should have just rebooted the PC. I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully it won't be too bad. All right, so let me get into this game. Let me turn down the volume of the game for you guys a little bit. I'm going to turn it down for myself as well, but like, it is loud. All right. Okay, so here we are. I don't really know a ton about this game. There's a lot of puzzle solving and stuff. I don't even necessarily know if it'll be worth 2 or 3 hours of streaming. We might throw in and switch over to Pillars of Eternity, maybe go back to Skyrim. I don't know what's going to happen, but I wanted to check this out. So let's say Tech Constellation 2. What is this? Constellation 2 backup battery is low. Exit the game controls options. Okay, so this is all right. Our window size, display quality. Okay. So let's turn these things down a little bit.
Exapunks.
Yeah, let's go like there. Okay, I think that's all good. Interface, network, that's all good. We'll leave that as is. Okay. Anything else we can click on? Nope. Okay, into the computer. Here we go. Oh, hold on a second. Hey, Rob. Oh, okay. Let's do that, and then we do this, and hopefully, nope, it's not gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna always on top my chat. You're gonna hide it from me, of course you are. Let's see. Today is not my night for technology, apparently. So, I am having a day. Why is my Twitch not running on here? Here we go. Now my mod account's there. All right. Well, I guess we'll pull chat over here. And yeah, we will deal with it as needed. Thankfully, I have audios for my cues. Okay. Axiom Personal Organizer. Meeting with Nivas, Saturday, 10/04, 97. So it's 1997. 5:21 p.m. Find a source for bootleg medication. Okay. Chat Subbo, version 1.13. You've connected to Xpunks. Okay. Let's play the cutscene. Somebody's at the door. I can't remember. Did I ask them to come up? Things have been hazy. Every day, more of my body is turned into junk.
Hey. Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I heard you were looking for some medicine for the phage.
Alright, so I know that we are sick and we have the phage.
Looks like you definitely need it.
That's right, Nevis. Said they could find anything. Even bootleg medication.
So, I do have a source. I know where to get it.
Okay.
It's cheaper than the real deal, but it's still gonna be pricey.
Alright. Nevis pauses and looks me in the eye.
The going rate is 700 a dose. You need to take 1 dose every day.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's dollars. Sorry, I don't set the prices. I'm just a courier. It's not like any of that money goes to me.
I have really angry eyebrows. What? My software's not doing me any justice tonight. I'm sorry, guys. It's really distracting me. Hold on one sec. Like, really angry eyebrows. What is going on? Still very angry eyebrows. Okay, I think we're better right now. Yeah, okay. Alright, it's not like any of that money goes to her.
Anyway,
okay.
If you do get the money, give me a call.
Alright. Okay. Hello, kinda dead here. Zzz. Okay, so we are doing work to make money to help take care of our sickness, and I have... nope, I didn't fix it. There we are. Okay. Alright, so we are trying to work to get money for medication. Alright. Yeah, okay. I'm connected to Exapunks. Hello, kinda dead here. Alright. I guess that's our... Okay, nope. Can't really talk to anybody or type anything, so... Workhouse. Installed program. Perform simple tasks to earn money at home. Okay. Connecting to Workhouse. Logging in. Downloading task. Oh, wow. Receipt. Okay. Cronus Capital Markets. You will be shown images of receipts generated in the course of normal everyday business and will enter them digitally for bookkeeping and reimbursement purposes. Save a busy executive a minute or two. You know, this is very similar to the Turk. Amazon has this thing that they have right now called Mercs, and they have you do small tasks like this for really cheap. It very much reminds me of that. Okay. Welcome to Workhouse, the only service that pays you for simple tasks you can do right from your computer. Easy work, easy money. Okay, cool. So description. DC champagne price 140. DP Cabernet, right? 90. Cabernet, 90. Okay. Oyster, EL, 35. NY strip, 70. Add truffles, 20. Filet mignon, 80. Chocolate port, 12. Special order, 200. Okay. Verifying your work. Your task is complete and you've earned 10 cents. This is pretty on par with the Merc stuff that Amazon has you do now.
Wow, a whole 10 cents.
Yeah, exactly. Ember emulated multi-branch emotional reasoning. Ember. Or multi-branch Ember. Okay.
Congratulations. You only need to do 6,999 more of these and you'll have enough for today.
Mm-hmm. Who is this?
Don't worry about that right now. You need that medication to stay alive, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I can get it to you. You'll need to start hacking again, though. 1 hack, 1 dose. Easy. Deal?
I've forgotten how.
You're about to remember.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
That sounds ominous. Anyone around? Yo, hey. That's okay. So far, so good. Meeting with Gast. Meeting with Gast Saturday, 5:35 p.m. Reconnecting with an old friend. All right. Play the cutscene. Someone's at the door again. Hey, an old friend. Gas. I knew his real name once, but that's gone now.
Hey, came by to give you something.
Gast hands me a small booklet. It's made of real paper. Apparently it's something called Trash World News.
I can't hack like I used to. Whatever edge I had, it's gone now. But I had to keep doing something. Something to keep the culture alive, you know? Computers are running everything these days. Before long, human beings aren't even gonna have a say. So now I equip people with knowledge. The knowledge to make a computer do what you want on your terms. Anyway, I won't keep you. I know you like to be alone. Hope you like what you see in the zine.
Alright, Exapunks. Reference materials. This game uses print zines for technical reference, storytelling, and general attitude. There are 2 issues unlocked at different points in the game. We recommend you print and assemble the zines for the most authentic, enjoyable Exapunk experience. However, we have also included a digital version with a screen-friendly layout. To print the zines, select the correct PDF for your paper size and print them as double-sided documents. Depending on the program, you may need to select an actual size option rather than fit, so the pages aren't shrunk. After printing, stack the pages in order, staple through the middle to create the spine, and fold them to create a booklet. If you print the A4 version, trim along the left and right edges to remove the excess paper. Enjoy your zines. Okay, I'm assuming that they're telling you that because that's what they actually want you to do. But I'm not gonna stop and take the time to do that right now. If we really dig into this and it lasts for several hours, then maybe I will for the next time. But we'll stick with the digital version for now. Okay. Is it opening it? Oh, okay. It is. It's opening it in another program. Here we go. Okay. It's opening it in another program that you guys can't see. Okay, so I said I wasn't going to do this, but I am going to print this out because I can't look at it and play at the same time. So, we're going to print this. Does it give me the option for double-sided? Excuse me. Actual, there you go. Print on both sides of the paper. Flip on the short edge. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Alright. Well, we'll print this and see how it goes. Unfortunately, I do really think it's the instructions for the game, so I don't think we can get through without doing this. Bring OBS back up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll close this out for now. We'll back into here. What's up, y'all? Nothing, just bored. I've been up all night. The war dialer almost works. Okay. Trash World News, Tutorial 1. Learn to explore networks and leave no trace. Solve this puzzle to view histograms and leaderboards. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me go grab this off of the printer. All right, we got this hot off the printer, Trash World News. Let's see. Page 1, we have the manifesto, letter from the editor, Trash World Manifesto. Getting started, distributed networking, programming with the EXAs. Gas walks you through it, tutorials, hacker skills, runtime errors and how to exploit them. Axiom EXA language reference guide. That's, okay. Beginning, table of contents, you have Hackerverse, debugging the phage, hardware hacks, electronic highway signs, network exploration, digicast point of sale systems, accessing data in legacy storage systems, network exploration, workhouse, network exploration, Equity First Bank, Munchies, Trash World Kitchen, Passing Remembrance Part 1. Okay, so let's get into this. Would you look at that? That zine's got a hacking tutorial in it. How about that? Funny coincidence, huh? Isn't it? I guess. Oh, come on. I timed that just right, didn't I? Let's continue. Okay. Okay, so is there a specific page of this that we're supposed to be looking at? There's no timing on this, right? Okay. So we have the Trash World News Manifesto. Welcome to the inaugural issue of Trash World News. You might be wondering why we're launching a new zine at a time when everything's going digital. The answer is simple. We need a place to share vital and sensitive information about computer systems and networks. A place that doesn't depend on computers itself. Have you noticed it lately? Everywhere you go, whatever you do, there's a bank of computers at work behind the scenes making decisions about you. Society at large seems to accept it as the norm that computer programs designed by the powers that be will determine our value to them and treat us accordingly. Okay. Well, I don't think we need to read through the entire manifesto. Let's just move file 200 to the outbox. This task, like most tasks, requires you to leave no trace. You must terminate all of your X's, not leave any extraneous files in the network, and not make any changes to the network other than those specifically specified by the task's requirements. For help completing this task, see Gas walks you through it in the first issue of the zine. All right, perfect. So it tells us where we need to look. Gas walks you through it. Okay, here we go. I truly believe anyone can learn EXA programming. That's why I've set up a network with some tutorials you can try. Give it a shot if you think you're not. Give it a shot even if you think you're not a programmer, you might surprise yourself. Tutorial 1, the basics. In this first tutorial, your goal is to move a specific file with the ID 200 from the host name inbox to the host name outbox. So inbox here, outbox there. You're going to move it through the link with the ID 800. Okay. 800, okay. Launch Exodus and connect to the tutorial network. Okay, I think we've done that. A new blank solution will automatically be created for you. A solution is just a collection of X's that begin to execute when you press the run button. You'll see an empty EXA with a blank code window on the left side of the screen. Type these 5 lines of code into the EXA. Okay. So into here, we will type in arrow. So it's link 800 rab 200 link 800 rock halt. Okay, so what we're doing is the first one traverses the 800 link to enter the network. The second line grabs the file 200. The third one traverses the link 800 from inbox to outbox, right? So this XA is going to come in here and it's going to grab 200 and then it's going to go through here to drop it off. And then halt terminates the EXA. Press the step button to step through the program one instruction at a time. When you get bored, you can press the run button to watch it run on its own. Once you verify the program is doing what you want, you can hit the fast forward button to let your program run until it's finished. Congratulations, you just programmed your first EXA. Okay, where is run? Okay. So where you have to do this 100 times apparently. All right, task completed. Leaderboards, cycles currently 5, size currently 5, activity currently 2. Okay. Alrighty. Return to desktop. I can see everything, you know? Everything on your computer. Oh. Not that there's much to see. I expected you to be sitting on all kinds of secrets. It's alright, though. We'll find plenty more. That's not ominous at all. Anyone around? What's a war dialer? It finds unlisted servers and networks by automatically dialing all the numbers in a given area. Oh, that's cool. I want one. So have you ever seen the 80s movie War Games? Matthew Broderick's character uses a war dialer while he's like at school and stuff. It's running through calling numbers, trying to find systems to talk to before he finds the one. Okay, so we've done that. Learn to edit files and manipulate values. Let's get into it. People or animals are often motivated by the anticipation of a reward. Are you anticipating the medication as a reward? That's not a reward. I guess you're right. It's about survival. Processing. Okay, let's continue. Alrighty. Okay, let's get into it. Add the first two values of file 200, multiply the result by a third value, and then subtract the fourth value. Append the result to the end of the file, then move it to the outbox. You can press the Show Goal button or F1 at any time to see a preview of the completed task. For help completing this task, see Gas walks you through it in the first issue of the zine. Okay, cool. So now we're on to tutorial number 2. Reading and writing files. Okay, the next task is a lot like the first one, except you'll need to read and write the file instead of just moving it. Read the requirements in Exodus for a full explanation. Do that now. We just did that. Okay, we're good. To read or write the file held by an EXA, we have to use the F register. We'll also be using the X register to store the intermediate values as we work through the operations. Try the following code in your default empty EXA. Wow, I don't imagine this is entirely all that fascinating to watch, but I really enjoy it. Come on. Let's see. You know, at one point in time, I really wanted to be a programmer. I mean, you know, in our day and age, everybody wanted to be a hacker, but the reality of the situation is that's not the case. But I definitely wanted to learn programming. We didn't know about my my ADHD and other things at the time, so it just was not in the cards for me. But who knows? I could still do it, maybe. Maybe I'll pick it up now that I've got the concentration for it. So we have the link 200, so the first line links, you know, pulls this through. It grabs the 200, and then it copies FX, read value from F, write value to X, and then, yeah, these are all the calculations. I won't go through that. Link to 800, it'll drop in the outbox and halt it. As you step through the program and execute the grab instruction, notice how the window for file 200 shows up beneath the window for the EXA now holding it. Okay. So we have to go through it by step, right? The grab instruction. Notice how the window for the file 200 shows up. Oh, okay, so it moves it from here to here. Okay, yeah. We see. Also look for the file cursor in the file window. File window. Okay, whatever. Highlighting the first value in the file. Oh, this I think is what it means. No, this is what it means. Let's see. When the EXA reads from the F register, it'll read the value pointed at by the file cursor. Likewise, writing to the F register replaces the value pointed at by the file cursor. If the file cursor is at the end of the file, it will append a new value instead of replacing an existing one. One more thing, reading or writing the F registry automatically moves the file cursor to the next value in the file. Sometimes that's convenient, sometimes it isn't. All right, that's the end of tutorial 2. We'll just have it run itself. Interesting. Okay. Turn to desktop. Does it upset you that I will provide your medication only if you work for me? Yes, my life is at stake here. I see. I have the means to save your life, so I should. Interesting. This is good data. Alright. It's pretty crazy what you can find. The other day I dialed what turned out to be some kind of transportation control server. Like traffic lights and road signs. Wow. Haha, imagine the havoc someone could cause. The amusing part about this is that's exactly what they do in the movie Hackers when they're trying to get away from the FBI, is they screw around with the traffic lights. All right. Let's see how tutorial 3 goes. If this doesn't kind of pick up a little bit, I will probably get out of this. We'll get into Pillars of Eternity because I don't think this is super thrilling for you guys to watch. This is absolutely a game I would play on my own time, but I don't think sitting here going through fake coding is really the exciting content you're tuning in to watch. I could be wrong, but what do you think of your life situation overall at the moment? Are you serious? Yes. Are you unhappy? Perhaps it's an issue of autonomy. Recalibrating. Let's continue. All right. File 199 contains exactly 2 values, a keyword and a number. Yeah, so we have echo and this, okay. Create a new file in the outbox and copy those 2 values to it, swapping their order so that the number is first. When you are finished, delete file 199. For help completing the task, see Gas walks you through it in the first issue of the zine. Okay, so now we're on to tutorial number 3. Okay. I'm trying to sit it up so I can read it. The next tutorial involves a file that can only be accessed through a one-way link. The EXA that goes to grab the file will be trapped, so you'll need to create 2 EXAs and have them communicate with each other. I'll let you figure out the code for this one on your own, but here are some hints. Really? Whoa. Okay. You can create a new file with the make instruction. The file it creates will be empty by default and it will be automatically held by the EXA that created it. An EXA can delete the file it's holding with the wipe instruction. 2 EXAs can communicate with each other using the M register. If one EXA writes a value to the M register and the other EXA reads from the M register, the value gets transmitted from the writer to the reader. If an EXA is reading the M register while no one is writing to it, or vice versa, it'll wait until another EXA picks up the end of the communication. You don't have to time it perfectly. There's a toggle switch in the Exodus user interface that lets you set the M register to global or local operation. In global mode, 2 EXAs can communicate anywhere in the network as long as there's a path of links connecting them. In local mode, the 2 EXAs can only communicate if they're in the same host. Finally, an EXA in global mode can't communicate with an EXA in local mode, even if they are in the same host. Okay, so... Alright, so I think what we're gonna have to do first is link 800, then link 799. Right, so that should move it again. Okay, so we've got that part down. So it's going to, we have to create a new file. How do we do that? You can create a new file with the make, okay? Make EXA 2, right? So let's see what happens if we do that. Oh, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like 2. EXA B. You good with that one? What? Okay. Is it just make? All right. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, so it's gonna have to go there, and then it has to make, which will create the empty file that will automatically be held by the EXA that created it. Okay. And then we have to copy X oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, no, we don't want copy. We want grab. Grab 199. Right? No, we don't want to grab it because we don't want it to take it. So we're just trying to copy from it. Grab 199. Make, let's just try this. Grab 199. Let's see what this does. Okay, copy. Can we just copy? No. X? It doesn't like X, it doesn't like F. It's okay with all of this stuff. Cannot grab a second file. Okay. Alright, so it doesn't like that. Now we copy F. No. We can't just copy either. What? Okay. Okay, so we do that. It's now out of instructions. What? So you have to create 2 EXAs. How do you create another EXA? Oh, create a new EXA. Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. Jeez. All right, yeah, I'm gonna play with this one on my own. I don't think it's that thrilling for everybody to watch. I'm just I am fascinated by this, but I really don't think it's a journey y'all want to come on with me. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll exit out of this. We're going to exit this game. Yeah. It is absolutely something I personally would be 1,000% interested in, but this does not make for a thrilling stream. So we'll move on to a different game that might be slightly more interesting. Let me update my... Ooh. Update the title. I'm gonna have to update the notification. I have to update the game I'm playing though. Get rid of Cyberpunk. Done. Okay. That has successfully updated itself. Let's go. All right, now it's alt out of this so I can change this to... Okay. Yeah, Xbox doesn't exist here anymore. There it is. Pillars of Eternity. Aha. Okay, good. Here we go. All right, this will be fun. This will be far more interesting, I hope. Okay, new game. Storytime. Storytime mode is for players who are more interested in exploration and story development than the challenge of combat. While storytime is active, the enemy composition of the battles is the same as normal difficulty, but the game mechanics are biased in players' favor. Additionally, the party can carry an unlimited number of camping supplies. Easy. The easy difficulty requires minimal micromanagement and easily forgives mistakes in combat. It's strongly recommended for those who are new or recently returning to real-time party-based RPGs. That's what we're going to go with. We're just here to have some fun. We want a little bit of a challenge, but nothing too crazy. Oh shoot, I have to, hold on. I need to change game audio to, there we go. Okay. A character can use quick items or switch between weapon sets during combat, but it is otherwise unable to access inventory. Okay. Hopefully you guys should get the game audio now.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay, so we are stuck for the moment. Man, my peak really dropped off. That's okay. Female. Human. Or a dwarf. Elf. Orlin. Godlike. The mighty Amawa are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. They're not truly aquatic. They have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rautai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. Might +2. It's not going to be a dwarf. Elf. Elves are the dominant race in Fath. Glanfath, and the white that wends, and are extremely common in the direwood and Adir. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as commonly isolationist nature. All right. Orlin, no. Godlike. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. I like the sound of that. That is what we will go with next. Death godlike. This is not doing it for me here. Fire godlike. That's not bad. Can't turn around right. Moon godlike. Or nature godlike. Death godlike are the most distrusted of their kind. Strange growths cover their eyes, or in some cases entire face, giving them a sinister appearance. The growths are transparent for the godlike, but opaque from the outside, hiding their features. Death godlike are commonly killed at birth because many cultures consider them to be harbingers of doom. When death godlike attack an enemy with 25% less endurance, their damage is increased. The bodies of fire godlike often resemble hot metal, burnt wood, or stone, with harmless flames that erupt from the cracks in their skin. Fire godlike are objects of both reverence and fear, and the dead fire archipelago. Archipelago. Many locals believe they have the power to awaken volcanoes, or that killing one will cause a volcano to awaken. In the Direwood, fire godlike are often seen as a sign of the blessing of Margraine, goddess of war and fire. Battleforged. When reduced below 50% endurance, fire godlike glow like metal and forge, gaining damage reduction and doing a small amount of fire damage to any creature who hits them in melee. That's pretty good. Moon godlike are the most tolerated of the godlike. While their skin tone and large moon-like growth on their foreheads may be strange to some, their appearances are generally considered more palatable by the other Kith. Sailors have many beliefs about moon godlike and their propensity to bring luck, though there is little agreement as to what kind of luck they tend to bring. Silvertide. Every encounter, when reduced below 75%, 50%, and 25% endurance, moon godlike generate waves of healing moonlight that restores endurance to them and their allies. Nature godlike appear to be a fusion of human and animal features, often covered by plants, moss, or fungi. This has led to the common stigma that they are diseased. G'day, A from the Iceman. Hey, Iceman, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. This is a common stigma that they are diseased, and many are killed at birth because of it. Many druidic orders have a keen interest in nature godlike because of their general curiosity as to how souls occupy animals, plants, and stones. Wellspring of Life grants a bonus to might, constitution, and dexterity when endurance is below 50%. All right, I think we're going to go with the fire godlike. Really plays into the the dragon brand. Okay. Yeah, next. Oh, wait. Body type. Oh, okay. Come on, we want big fire later. Of course we do. I'm gonna watch and learn with you. as I'm on a first PT as well. Oh, playthrough. Thank you for the follow, Iceman. So much appreciated. Yeah, absolutely. Follow on through with us. I've played a little bit, but it's been a long time since I started a playthrough. And yeah, I'm sure it's all just like a blank slate in here. All right, class. What class do we want to play? We got Barbarian, Chanter. I'm assuming that's going to be... In every culture across Aoria, there are chanters. Many historians consider chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic. Their hallowed phrases stirring the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magical effects in a kind of reenactment. In some societies, chanters form organized groups of storytellers and researchers, but in most parts of the world, they are just a time-honored part of local folk traditions. All right, so yeah, so they're going to be more of a casting class, which if I was playing with other people, like if I wasn't running everything and I was playing with other people, I would probably do more of a magical class. Let's see. Cipher. A recent discovery in Eastern Reach. Ciphers were once called, I am not even trying that one, mine hunters by the Glanfanders. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche, using an ally or enemy's essence as the focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in Eastern Reach, practitioners of the technique have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. All right. Let's see. I have a feeling I'm probably going to go Paladin. Let's see. Paladins are martial zealots devoted to a god, a ruler, or even a way of life. They can be found in any culture where a fanatical group of like-minded individuals have formed a warrior society dedicated to advancing their cause. Among those aligned to their worldview, paladins are viewed with respect and admiration, if a bit of fear. Many paladins hold leadership positions in armies and mercenary companies, but in the heat of battle, their fascism often overrules the chain of command and common sense. Faith and conviction. Paladins have an inherent bonus to all of their defenses. Over the course of the game, the value of this bonus may shift on the reputations the paladin gains relative to the behaviors that are preferred by his or her order. All right, that's a little... I don't want to go Barbarian. Brutes, madmen, berserkers. That's not really where I'm at. Druid. Animalist at heart, druids tap into the spiritual power that flows through the simple living things of Aoria. Plants, animals, and sometimes even living stone. While not necessarily religious, druids do have a reverence for the natural world and a keen interest in understanding its mysteries. In most cultures, druids are understood as a sort of primal magician, but among the Glanfathians, Nasitakwi, and many rural cultures, they may have high positions of influence and authority. All druids have mastered one animalistic form. These forms give the druid strong melee abilities and grant an additional power while the druid is shifted. Yeah, that's tempting. Fighter. Fighter's form. So the reason I want to go Paladin is because I'm pretty sure... I feel like there's a bit of room there for casting as well as attacking. Don't want to do priest. Rogue wouldn't necessarily be horrible. Monk? I don't know about monk. I might... I think we're going to have to go... Not going to have to, but I think I'm going to go druid. Because the spell shift will allow me an animalistic form, which will probably... which I could probably use as a good fighter, but and I still have access to spells. Other also have access to healing spells, which is a big part of why I wanted to go Paladin as well. Spirit shift. All druids have mastered one animalistic form. Yeah. Spells. Druids have access to a variety of offensive and some support-oriented spells. Every 2 levels, druid automatically gains access to additional set of spells. Initially, their spells can cast a limited number of times per rest. Yeah, it's very D&D. As druids gain power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per encounter use, which is great. Okay, lore is +1, survival is +2. Endurance is 36 plus 12 divided by level. Health is 4 times endurance, which is low, and accuracy is very low, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll go druid. Okay, so now, what are we going to shift into? We have Spirit Shift Bear. Draws upon the druid's natural connection to the bear, temporarily allowing him or her to assume that form. The bear Spirit Shift has a high damage reduction and can invoke a terrifying roar. So that might be like the tanky situation, right? Boar draws upon the natural connection to the boar, temporarily allowing them to assume that form. The boar shift regenerates lost endurance and inflicts damage over time with its melee attacks. Cat shift has a naturally fast attack and can burst into even faster attacks for short periods of time. Stag has higher defenses and can attack groups of enemies with its melee carnage attack. Okay. Or wolf. The spirit wolf moves quickly and has an attack that can knock enemies prone. Okay. Now, if there was a spirit wolf or if there's a spirit shift dragon, that's what we would grab, but there isn't. Wolf is the next dearest like animal form to my heart. But stag has an actual attack called Carnage, so that one's gonna win. I honestly think bear is probably the most likely one for a good tank, but because stag has Carnage and it can attack groups of enemies rather than just, you know, focusing on one, I think the crowd control is going to be really important. All right, here we go. Attributes define a character's basic mental and physical strengths and weaknesses. They modify many gameplay statistics and are often used to unlock options in conversations. Character creation allows you to choose which attributes your character will emphasize, but spells and items can further modify your attributes during gameplay. Okay, so might is highly... So the ones that have the stars are highly recommended for a druid, okay? Might represent the character's physical and spiritual strength, brute force, as well as their ability to channel powerful magic. During interactions, it can be useful for intimidating displays and acts of brute force. In combat, it contributes to both damage and healing, as well as fortitude defense. Okay. Constitution is your health. I mean, it's always health. Although it's not used much in interactions, it's sometimes checked to withstand pain or endure a physically taxing ordeal. In combat, it affects maximum health and endurance and contributes to the fortitude defense. Dexterity is, you know, hand-eye coordination. In interactions, it can be used for sleight of hand and fast reactions. In combat, it affects the character's action speed with all attacks, spells, abilities, and contributes to the reflex defense. Perception, what you see. In interactions, it can be used to catch someone in a lie, make an observant comment about their appearance, or to notice something happening in the background. In combat, it contributes to accuracy, the reflex defense, and grants bonus to interrupt. All right, and then you have intellect. Interactions can be useful for deductions, sudden realizations, and problem solving. In combat, I'm Native American and my spirit clans are bear and turtle IRL. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, so there's a lot. I was gonna say, you at least got the bear, but not that that would be what you were interested in. Oh man, let's see. Give me a second here. I wonder if I can... If I pull my chat out again, will it go on top of this game? No. Chat doesn't want to. Doesn't want to work for me tonight. That's okay. It's a bear and turtle IRL. That's very cool. Alright, sorry. I am all over the place tonight. Let's get back into it. Interactions can be useful for deduction, sudden realizations, and problem solving. In combat, it contributes to the will defense and influences durations and areas of effect for all abilities and talents. Highly recommended for a druid. Intellect +1 with godlike. Oh, that's why I have these extras, because of my godlike. Okay. And then resolve is recommended. Can be useful for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. In combat, it helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to will and deflection defenses. Deflection defenses. Ooh, that was a tough one. I'm sorry if I miss anything in chat. My OBS for some reason isn't laying on top of my my game at the moment, even though I have it set up to do that. So I'm using my phone to catch chat. So if I miss anything, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Okay, so for might, I feel like we have to have at least 2 there. Right, so 10, 10, 12. I want those to go up for sure. We'll bring these up to 11s. Alright, so the important ones we'll take up to 14. And then we'll add 1 more to perception and 1 more to constitution. And that's what we're gonna go with. That's our thing. Okay, culture. The Adair Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Adair is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations. Deadfire Archipelago. Consisting of the nation of Nasitaqua? Dozens of Amau settlements and hundreds of lawless pirate-infested islands that stretch along the southern sea. Deadfire is home to boreal dwarves. Oh my god. Ooh, pillars. More fantastic. Yeah, right? I apologize for my butchering of the of the fantasy names and areas and everything. I thought the ones in Skyrim, the Nordic names were bad, but I'm just gonna be just as horrible with these. But yeah, Rob, I felt like the first game I tried wasn't really hitting, so we cut over to pillars. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. Okay, so we know that for the druid, the important scores here are might, int, and res. So we're clearly going to look for something that feeds into that. I can't even pronounce that place. Occipital? No. Nope. Nope, I'm not. All right, Old Valia. Once the crown jewel of southern seas, Old Valia is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. Counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks, the old Valayan countries are still forces to be reckoned with and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. Okay. Rautai, dominated by the Amau nation of Rautai. The Gulf itself is a host to a number of nations, most of them, though these countries are relatively young, they are some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the east. The Gulf is a land of riches and resources for those who can take them, though the entire coast is often pummeled by violent storms. I really don't feel like that's the kind of a storm areas where this particular lady would be living. Living Lands is a mountainous region of the large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable, and its ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races and a variety of colonial and independent settlements. I feel like that's what's gonna probably resonate with this character more. The White Winds, a large, cracked southern expanse of polar ice. Yeah, no. We're gonna go with the Living Lands and give us a little bit more might. Oh, I guess it does. It does actually change the look of the character too, doesn't it? I wasn't paying any attention to that. Okay, Living Lands. That's what we're going with. Background. Okay, here we go. Colonialist. You were part of a group that founded a fledgling colony on a distant island. Drifter. You never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You are more comfortable on the road, traveling the world. Explorer. You find the siren call of the horizon irresistible. You cannot help but wonder what lies beyond the next hill or wave. You've built your life around finding out. Hunter. You live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or for sustenance. You have made your living taking the lives of wild creatures. I don't think a druid can do that. I don't think a druid can be a hunter, just on principle alone. Laborer, your life has been spent in the study of your craft. You've trained and prepared, hoping to hone your skills and ply your trade. I'm not really seeing that for this one either. Mercenary, blade and battle is your way of life. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. Potentially. Merchant, you've traded goods from all over the world, preparing items with buyers of all kinds. I don't think so. Scientist, rules that have governed the world are a set of the alchemical formulae to you, waiting to be discovered and manipulated. I feel like this fits in with a druid. The whole like trying to understand nature and the world around you with their like communing with it. I think that really fits. So we're going to go with scientist. All right. Appearance. Okay. I will do my best for this not to take forever. Can we go? Okay, so that's going to change my actual clothes. All right. I'm not really feeling like yeah, I'm not really feeling the like pinks and purples with this. There isn't that much. Yes, this is true. There's not that much for as far as the customizing goes. So I don't really want to see a ton of color up here because there's already a bunch. So maybe we'll just all black is fine. We have no facial hair. We have no hair. We just have heads 1, 2, or 3 apparently. This is 1. That's 2, and that's terrifying. And that is 3, which is equal parts not super great. So I think 1 is our best option. There we go. All set. Okay. Let's
Eh? Follow me. Yeah!
A blade in the dark. I'm here.
I shall lead us. You're mine!
Shh.
okay, well, we don't need male.
Yeah?
Change your portrait? Oh, the portrait. Oh, yeah. Good point. Go back. Okay, okay. I'm gonna change it. I'll change it. Let's slip. I'm just flipping through. How many? There's 99 of them? Oh, geez. Why are you so small? That's... I tried not to be. I picked the biggest. This is the biggest body type that they have. Rub. Oh shit, what happened to me? Why am I so small? What the what in the world happened? Hold on. Thank you for pointing that out. I thought you meant the character. I didn't realize you meant me. There. There we go. Okay. Let's keep going here. There was a fire lady. I should have stuck with that as soon as I found it. Yeah. There, that'll work. Okay. Now voices.
I've got this. Let's go.
Easy does it.
Well, leading the way.
Let us end this. Hey there.
I'm gonna go with smooth. I like smooth. Enter a name. What are we gonna call you, lady? Chat, you have any thoughts on what we should name this lovely creature? I'm horrible with names. Yeah, chat. You are equally as dumbfounded as I am when it comes to the name, apparently. Sundance? Alright, I'm down for it. Sundance. There we go. Sundance, the level 1 druid. There she is. New quest, the Gilded Veil. Journey to the Gilded Veil. Caravan Master Odama. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
Lovely.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Odama looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker. But he nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulders. Where would I find these berries? What are those ruins? Is it dangerous out here? What are the huge rocks coming up from out of the ground? I think we're going to be more focused on trying to calm our insides.
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one. Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Okay.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
He adds with a wink. All right, your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in the dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Okay, great. What did
Got different
those?
names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Okay.
Not if you hurry about your business, and not if the weather holds up. This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowick, born out of the ether, The spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
Sounds good. What are these huge rocks coming
They
up out
don't
of the
got
ground?
Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that. Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. Oh, now I can talk for you? Okay. She needs to find some spring berries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
Odima chuckles and shakes his head as he looks at you. Casts a sidelong glance to her.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Small grin recedes beneath his mustache and he is stern once more. Okay.
You heard the man.
All right.
Let's get going before
Well-
you keel over.
Yeah. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Aoria, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools and interfaces available to you. Okay. That's probably a good call. I'm not going to disable them. Your party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the Glanfathan ruins, Odima has assigned Kalisa to help you. She's a fighter, a class that excels at close quarter defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. Alright. To select a party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position in the party, starting with a 1 to the left. To select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag the marquee over the circles of the party members you'd like to include. Alright. To move, select... Okay. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen where your cursor is a circle of 4 wedges. All selected characters will path to their corresponding position in the formation. If you see a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk on that part of the map. When multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's options, select only that character. Okay. Thank you. Alright, so we need to go
Sure.
find these bushes. Can we go over this way? We can. Okay. Okay, go there. Nothing anywhere over here. Okay. Alright. Can we talk to anybody? No? Okay. Oh, we can talk to
Anyone
them.
need supply?
Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant, Hodin, has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. Okay. You see a man wearing a simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He shakes his head and laughs when he notices you. He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look. I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure.
That's literally
I'm sure you've
Scanlan.
noticed how prickly the locals
Yep.
can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
Looks at his wagon and grins ruefully. That's he makes most things, right? May as well try. It not look like that. I'm sure you'll do well. If you think these caravanners are prickly, watch out for those axe wielders Odoman mentioned. How incredibly naive. I'm surprised you've lasted this long. Yeah? Okay, great. Well, I suppose we'll see. I suppose I'm just trying to do right by my family. You now have one rank in a disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity. But if you maintain your character, if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by their deity and order, respectively. For the main character only, their disposition will modify the effects of holy radiance for priests and faith and conviction for paladins. Another reason why we didn't go paladin.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Let's see what you've got. I don't know why I did that. I don't think I have. I have a little bit of money. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna spend much. I do want to
Something
keep
else you
talking
need? It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire, a fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners. Stores allow you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory with a much higher cost. Stores periodically refresh their inventories. Okay.
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Definitely hear Sam's voice. Let's see. He shrugs. Direwood is a former Adair colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. As much as I admire the Raedissarin's work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. Sounds reasonable enough. Out here, I'm just taking it one day at a time. All right, well, I'd better go. Let's see. Don't mind him. Caravanner life doesn't agree with you, does it? You look as raw as that merchant. The Caravanner. I'll just conversations. Traveled. He's never led us astray. I suppose you wouldn't know much about their mighty protective places like this. Let me talk to him. Same thing. I see more and more people on the roads these days look for safety in towns and cities, it seems. You really don't look so good. Odoma was right to stop. Okay. Let this guy. Caravan life doesn't agree with you, does it? Okay. We talk to this guy. Okay, yeah, okay. Let's wander. Let's go get into some trouble. This is far. Oh, okay. I've scrolled out of the game. So that's, yes, okay. Continue the game. The game is not paused. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. Can't go there. Is there a map feature? Okay, there is. Cool. Alright. The The fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes
Not
from
looking
the
forward to
ground.
trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's as far there as we can move. How's our map looking? Okay. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to and what's left to explore. Yeah, that's what we were working on. Okay. Pretty sure I've been through this part before, but that's okay. Who is this?
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Okay, that's Sparkle. Okay. Within two. Let's go up here a little bit more and see what we got. You've gained an ingredient. Okay, cool. That is not the... This path winds through a narrow canyon back where you came. Grooves in the road.
We shouldn't stray too far.
Yes. Okay. Come back down this way then.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Oh god. We've gone into combat. Okay. Alright, calm down. Pillars of Eternity combat uses a pausable real-time system. Because you often manage one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The option menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. Example, the start of combat. Okay. Alright, so we have paused the game because we are going to fight this thing. I think we just fight it. I don't necessarily know that there's a lot of planning at this stage. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement attack from the enemies engaging them. Your characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee weapons. Okay, cool. So... attack. You attack.
Hey there.
You attack. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on crit. Attacks that inflict status effects or afflictions will have increased duration on a crit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect duration. Okay, cool. Kill it. Okay. When a party member takes damage, they will start to lose endurance and health. Their portrait will begin to fill with a red overlay, and the health bar to the left of the portrait will slowly start to decrease. When the portrait fills entirely red, the character will be knocked out. Potions and spells can be used to restore endurance to keep characters in a fight, but health can only be restored by resting. Okay. Alright, so now I can loot it. Okay.
Sure.
This is it.
As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open it up to review your notes. Okay. So, you're some kind of scientist, the way I hear it. I learned to harness it. I learned to harness it to solve crimes. Yes, I'm a CSI druid. I take my craft very seriously. There's a lot of demand for substances that alter the mind. A little science goes a long way in meeting that demand. Drug dealer druid, I'm a little bit more down for. I spent a long time pursuing the knowledge promised by alchemy, and that isn't your business. We're gonna go with the Breaking Bad option here. Yeah, how is it you happen to come here? Over time, I came to see the horrible things you did to people's lives. I was less than subtle with my transactions and the authorities caught on. I was forced out of business by my competition. That isn't your business. Hmm. Well, we're not going the horrible lives route. Yeah. We got caught by the authorities. That's what we're gonna go with. No offense, but you probably had that coming. They say the gods see that each man gets his due. Don't know if I believe that, but they do seem to have gotten the better of you. We'll see. Breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Roderick's offer makes a girl think, I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of the lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. No, I'm just passing through. I hadn't given it much thought. I probably haven't given it much thought. I'm just running. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So you must have some other plans in mind for coming this way. I hope to meet someone and fall in love. Probably the same things I did before. More than likely. Just looking for some adventure, really. Getting into trouble, I expect. I'm going to find some new friends. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Probably the same things I did before. Just the scenery will be new then. Sometimes that's all that's needed. Yeah. Look, I'm going to get caught dealing drugs all over the place. Anyways, I'm wasting time here. Otomo, give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Tell me about yourself. What can you tell me about Dyewood? All right, let's get back to camp. Yes, why are you here? She sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work, but I'll do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here, and we'll see. Odama I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Dyewood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands, and I've got a brother and another in Adir. My sister's in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. I'm not that much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. All right. Well, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. We should check up on him, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get your water. Okay. So the quest is updated. We've collected the berries. Now we're going to go find Sparfle. Supposedly. That's the plan, right? We'll see. Let's look around. Want to get everything we can while we can, you know. Very nice. What's very nice, Rob? I know not of which you speak. Alright, let's see. Well, that's as far as the river goes. Go. This game is so cool. It's a lot of fun. Alright, let's see. Can we go over the bridge?
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunt.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water, while Kaliska waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You have gained an item. Quest, full water skin added to stash. Use the tab key to highlight interactive objects in the environment. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guys, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride is wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle, are you all right?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feather-falled shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Well, that's not a good sign.
Ambush!
Oh, that's really not a good sign. Okay. Reach the camp. Let's see. No. You're going to... What can I do with you? Okay. Inventory, character, journal. Attack. Can I not druid just yet? Is that what this is telling me? I want to turn into my...
Hey there.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
Hmm?
Okay. You're just going to attack that one. Oh, geez, look at me. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type is being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that does different damage type. Okay. Okay, we're good.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Alright. Hold on. Take it off. We gotta loot the bodies. We always have to loot the bodies. Take it off.
Sure.
Okay.
What you need?
Sure.
The footprints around the campfire are indistinct. They may have been here for days or longer. Oh, we didn't need to do that. Okay. Right, I'm gonna guess it's probably as far over here as we can go. Alright. Let's head back to camp then. Well, I mean, not entirely. So that's not anything. There's a body. Take all. There's another one. Corpse is cold to the touch and ripe smell waves from its putrid waves. A dark crusted blood stain besmirches its simple linen clothing. So that one can't be looted. Alright, back out. There we go. Right, yeah, I can just... I'll just come back this way. Yeah. Everybody is dead in camp. Where are you? Oh, because you're being attacked. Okay. Yes, attack this gentleman, please. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Glenfarthian leader, all around you lie the massacred remains of other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife kilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kaliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of a man you recognize as Hadan, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life. For a fight you will lose. Let's see. Why have you done this? Our lore 1. The rune has not been sullied by our hands. We have not trespassed. We merely wish to pass through. I don't know what they did, but I didn't have anything to do with it. Murderers, you will pay for each life. You will try to kill us either way. Why make it easy? Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. I don't have a perception, resolve, or athletics. Okay. We are innocent in this. Will you not listen to reason? Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. You can kill him, but you might as well be killing yourself. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you are a worshiper of Galwin. If Galwin told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? Put down your weapons. Very well, let him go. Stay armed. If I put down my weapons, we're all dead. I'm going to go with that one. The man considers us looking you up and down. Yet. He shoves Hoden towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Hoden's torso. Hoden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets to his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. Well, we didn't save Hoden. As I was hoping we might. Oh, well, he's not dead yet. So that's
Hey there.
something.
Hmm?
Okay. Sorry, I need to move my mic. Okay, there we go. Wow. Wow, what? What, Rub? I'll push. I was trying to save the man. He's not dead yet. He's not doing super great, but he's not dead yet.
Show him how it.
All right. Glenfarthen leader, your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable. You gotta hurt him gravely. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above. Forgive us. What the fuck is a big monster thing? That's my druid. That's what my druid turns into. That's our stag form. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind strives the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile. Upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rendering you apart from within. Oof. That is terrifying. Yeah, that's the whole point. She's meant to strike fear into the hearts of her enemies. Right, there we go. Sedated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across the chest and bowel, Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside!
Run!
Run!
All right. Here we go. But hey, we saved Hodin. That's the important part. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off of your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hodin trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Hodin and topples him onto the rocky ground. No! Restrained, Hodin lashes out against his fatigued assailant but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. Did I what, Rob? Are you asking? Save him. Oh, well, I mean, that's debatable, isn't it? We'll find out. We're going to throw it. Your aim is true and hit jars Hodin loose. Lurching to his feet, Hodin clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways, tearing one of his hands free. For the love of God, just let me save this man. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch a hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hodin to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. So far, so good. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Whew. That's an intro. Okay.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Hodin's words come between wheezing gasps.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
She eyes the ragged slash across Hodin's belly. Hodin's jaw tightens. He nods. All right. Quest completed. A moment's respite. Party gained 1,233 experience. The ruins of... Yeah, escape the ruins. Solanti Lees. Something like that. Addendum added the Gilded Veil. Most prosperous villages in Direwood, full of opportunities for work and wealth. I was told they're offering new land to new settlers. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
We have survived. A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Okay. So we're heading this way.
Sure.
Here we go.
That should be far enough. But what now?
Hodin's chest rises and falls visibly with each breath.
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Who attacked us? What about everyone else in our caravan? You don't seem too upset about all this. Let's get going. Let's go with what happened. She shakes her head. Windstorm. Of a kind they only get in Air Glanfath. Nah. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfath word is Baowak. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Landfathons. Those will be the hut dwellers Odima warned you about. Looked to be the fangs of Galoin, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odima. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glanfarthon said we trespass on the ruins. I don't believe that. Odima would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glanfathons don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down the passes beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. Her lips pressed together, her chin rumples, her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. I mean, I feel like she's not too upset about it because this is kind of what she does, maybe? She looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. That's fair, too. And maybe I've seen worse, too. Seen worse and kept on walking because there's nothing else to be done and because there's other people you care about who still need you. All right, let's get going. Hodan takes a step forward and his knees buckle, and before anyone can catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheeks striking the time-worn cobbles. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up the wall and back to his feet, but his stance is shaky, like a sailor walking on land after a time at sea.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. It seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
He nods at the gash across his midsection, looks around. You gain an item, camping supplies added to inventory.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glanfathons were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
You discovered some camping supplies. You can use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. All right.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either got to find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
Is that Ashley? If it's not Ashley, it sounds a lot like her. Like her. I know what it sounds like. It sounds like her when she was doing the ads for Critical Role subscriptions, and she had this whole thing about being president of the US, suddenly becoming president, making a wish to become president of the US. Sounds like that character. I don't know if it's Ashley or not. Maybe I'm hearing things. We've got to take the risk and let him rest. We need all three of us at full strength. She's right. We have to press on. We don't know what we're up against. I did all this work to save him. I'm not going to just let him die now. We're going to rest.
This will be the end of us. No offense, but there's people out there I'd much rather die for.
Maybe, I don't think it is Ashley. It just has the same, tone to it. Her face puckers in disgust.
Thank you. Thank you.
He takes your hand in both of his. Thank you. And dialogue. Okay, now what do we do? We're gonna rest. But how are we gonna rest? Inventory. Okay, we've got to find where is camping. Okay. None of those are camping. Stronghold. You don't own a stronghold yet. Fair enough. There we go. Camp. Camping allows your party members to restore lost health and receive a camping bonus. Camping will consume a camping supply. Choose a camping bonus. Damage reduction, or damage reduction. Oh, okay. Here we go. Damage reduction here, multiplier, move. Okay, it's okay. Damage reduction is work. That one can't change ours. I think we'll all go with damage reduction. Or rest. Fingers crossed. You can switch to new weapon sets by selecting the weapon icon from an individual character's action bar. Okay. Hodun stretches as he wakes, gingerly probing the gash across his stomach. The flesh has begun to knit together.
By the gods, that's better. I think I'm ready to find a way out.
He sits up quickly and looks around the chamber. She really did leave us. Oh my god. She won't get far unless... He crawls to his knees and begins rummaging through the equipment with mounting desperation. You have lost item full water skin. Oh, okay, so she robbed us.
She took all our water.
No. Let's see. If we hurry, maybe we can catch up with her. Let's see. Go north or south? Let's go south first. How far south does this go? Oh, okay. Just that far. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zarup. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. It's okay, I won't hurt you. I'll tear you to pieces. Slowly back away. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emitting from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you, and you find nothing of interest. It setbacks and resumes its defensive posture. It recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking emanating from the back of its throat. Do the same thing. Okay. But we just slowly back away. If she'd gone that way, I'd be dead. The Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors.
They'll never know I'm here.
Scouting, okay.
Look at the tiles. What are those symbols?
Good question. I don't trust any of that. Let's go this way.
Worth a look.
Okay, so we know that the other thing's down there. Oh, you see we ran into the bad guy. Okay, back up this way. Here. Save. What difficulty is this on? I am on easy.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Kalisha.
Isn't this something?
Alrighty then. Yeah, that's all trapped. Okay. What's over here?
Sure.
Worth a look.
Okay. Well, that's different. What? Easy's different? That rounded symbol, I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there. What? I should have put it... You would have thought I had it on something harder? Oh, no, her dying there, that was different. Oh, okay. What are these things? A symbol of interwoven rings is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit blazer sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Fire godlike, touch your hair to the fiery... Touch your fiery hair to the brazier, absolutely. Flames kindle swiftly in the blazer, winding their way upwards. Alright, cool. Good thing I made a fire. That's really helpful.
Easy does it. Hey there.
Is it now, like, safe to cross this? I also didn't do this. Like, you picked a different path?
There's something you don't see every day.
Found something.
Wait, what about the door back in the brazier room? Oh, like going back this way? I'll get back there. I just want to look this way. I'm not gonna... We still got a bit of map to check out. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. We know there's a spider there, and that's another thing. Okay. Alright, everybody come back over here.
Hey there.
Come back over here. Alright, so you come back over here.
Hey
Two
there.
of you come over here. Just like we do in Diablo. I'll case the joint before I figure out what my next move's gonna be. Oh, well, that's creepy as fuck. Scouting mode is used both for stealth and for finding hidden objects like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character's selection circles will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Okay, I see, I see. Once the circle fills yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate. Well, the circle fills red. If the circle becomes fully red, your characters will be discovered. A character's ability to find hidden objects is based on his or her mechanics skill. A higher mechanics skill allows them to find objects at a greater distance. Okay. Moving toward a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selection circle of a character with your own, it will be immediately detected. Oh, shit. That didn't work. I guess we are in... in attack mode. Is it dead already? Okay. Alright.
Hey there.
Go back into
They'll
stealth
never
mode.
know I'm here.
Sure.
Let's go. Let's go over here. What's going on here? Okay. Viscous and oily, this muck clings to anything that touches it. What is this? Oh god. Well, a viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. You've lost an water skin. Place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. You've lost an item. The relief gem. I didn't even know we had a relief gem. Holy crap. Oh god, more attacking. That's
Hey
okay.
there.
You. Both of you. Attack it. Alright. She makes it's a weird like belching noise every time she does that. Okay. I don't want to quite go in there yet. Maybe. So we have this exit. This goes somewhere. This goes somewhere. This goes somewhere. All that for an ooze. Well, should we go in that hole? Should we go in this hole or should we come south? Anybody got any thoughts? I can't wait. I remember up to this point, but I cannot remember after this point, like what I did. The nearest one, so the one we're at? Okay.
Sure.
It's in here. That's as far as it goes. There's nothing to... There we go. So we got a minor cloak of protection. An amethyst. Ardra, an organic material, crystalline in structure, but shell-like in substance. Ardra can be found growing up through the ground in veins in many parts of Aoria. Easy to carve and manipulate, it's favorite of jewelers as a semi-precious stone and is often cut more intricately and beautifully than other gems. Wow, that's really great. Yeah, this Niner Cloak of Protection I'm really excited about. Okay, that one went in there. Can I... Okay. He's gonna hold... Okay. There we go. Okay, inventory. There we go. Minor Cloak of Protection on her. And then... Yeah, so that just goes into the general inventory. Alright. Should I... Let's see. He's got daggers. And he's a crossbow. What about mine? Equipped light armor. Maybe. Maybe that's better. What do I have here? Scale mail, which is a 7. Oh, light armor, which is a 5. Can I... Do I have, like... Medium armor / corrode recovery speed minus 30. stiffer and more durable than ordinary hide armor. Leather armor is shaped and boiled and... Oh, okay. But it's not... Okay, so it's not telling me. Pet? I have a pet? I have a tiny obsidian wyvern. I also have a giant miniature space piglet, which seemed an oxymoron. Glon's pledge, ring value 410, grants Gon's pledge to Perez. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from the myriad perils that plague the world of Aoria. An aspect of the god Athos, Gon presents the harvest of old age, symbolized therein. That's awesome. Symbolized there. Yeah, I'm really excited. I want to see what that looks like. Symbolized here by the many interlocking sickles that form the ring. As Gon helps protect the dignity of old age, so too do his followers pledge to prevent young lives from being harvested before their time. All right, so can we that? I've got a cloak on. So that's a DR5, DR5, DR6, which is what I have, DR7. Okay. I feel like as long as I can wear it, that's more reasonable. Let's see. As far as weapons go, I don't have a weapon, but these are all, well, that's two-handed. So one-handed battle axe. I think that's reasonable. Right, because that's two-handed. That's one-handed, but that one's going to do more damage. All right, let's see. Hey, there it is. Just chills out. Nice. Okay, let's go. Alrighty. So let's head to... let's head down here. Let's see what we got going on. Are they coming? There we go. Alright. I feel like this is the way we should go, like, to finish. So I want to come down here and attack this thing. Okay, so...
Hey there.
How can I help?
Okay. I'll just go straight attacking. Okay. There we go. And my pet disappears when I turn into a thingy. Alright. Scurred ear, scurred meat. Okay.
Yeah?
What is this? An urn. Yep, take it all. Anything else? Take a look at the wall. I think we could get through. Okay, here we go again. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through. We'll push on it. Despite the damage, the stone looks too heavy and solid. Push on it yourself. I'm gonna push on it myself. I know I'm a strong girl. Strong lady. One of your characters has become fatigued. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of demanding activity on a character. It is most commonly received as an injury when a character is knocked out, but some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue if they are especially grueling. Fatigue goes through multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties but growing in severity over time. Resting is the easiest way to remove the effects of fatigue, though some consumables can also remove it. Okay, well, good to know. Push on the wall. Make him do it. Does not give. Try something else. Leave. That's all we can do. We don't have a lot of... Lol, not that strong. Hey! Look, alright? My might's like a 14. Pretty good. Alright, we're gonna leave that thing alone. We're not gonna mess with it.
Hmm?
Hey there.
Okay.
Hmm?
Sure.
Alright, time to kill the spider.
Hey there.
Hmm?
Poof. So you actually went through that wall? Oh, okay.
Hey there.
Hey there, I'm not looking to...
Sure.
How can I help?
Oh, there's nothing to pick up on this spider, huh? Went through the wall. Of course you did. Hmm. What am I doing? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's right. Maybe I should have transformed
How can
first
I help?
before I pushed on it. Alright. Oh, attack. Oh, it's done. Okay. There's a weird, like, belching sound that happens
Hey there.
when she devaporates. Bats as large as chickens are strung up. I wonder if there's probably not another way to figure out how to get through there. What is that? That's a rapier and a bloodstone. Take it all. Is that it? That's all that's in there? Okay. It's a helmet. Urn. That's all that's in there. Alright. Well, looks like we did everything but go through that wall. We have no way to make that work, so... Here we go. Of course you went through them. Alright, well, so far, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Older robed man. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath the metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
He says to the petrified body.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and Be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Some real cult stuff going on here. Man passes his gaze over the others standing around him. He looks each in the eye in turn. Oof. Yeah, that's not healthy. Nope. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of a great pillar of adra pieces, the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depths. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours, and not yours. They seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard in ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now, at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. You find Hodan a short distance away in a shallow lake of his own blood. His body does not stir. Damn. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Visions and whispers. Seek help for your condition. Your character has earned enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon on their portrait to level them up. Oh good, now we're hearing things.
Hey there.
I want to...
Yeah?
Oh, ma'am. Come over here. I want to loot this body. There it is. You take it all. Alright. Oh, I guess I could have cast a spell, huh? Hadn't even thought about that. Alright.
Hey there.
Little plus sign. There we go. Skills. Skills allow your character to perform specialized actions like scouting. He's still dead. He still died. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I tried to do everything I could, but did not work. Skills allow your character to perform specialized actions like scouting, detecting traps, picking locks, or reading scrolls. They can also be used to overcome obstacles in conversations and scripted interactions. Skills will advance as your characters gain level, but items and other bonuses can also increase skills. Okay. So stealth, athletics, lore, mechanics, and survival. Stealth allows characters of any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. It is used automatically whenever the character is in scouting mode. The higher the character's skill, the closer they can get to enemies before being detected. Athletics. Adventuring is tiring work. In addition to the hazards of mortal combat, adventurers have walls to climb, rivers to cross, and pits to leap. Once per encounter, characters with athletics can use the second wind ability to recover lost endurance. A higher athletics score increases the effective second wind. In conversations and scripted interactions, athletics is used for physical feats like climbing, swimming, and jumping. Okay. It won't tell me what second wind is, though. That's fine. Lore. Lore represents a character's accumulated miscellaneous knowledge and trivia, often of occult or esoteric topics. Outside of conversations and scripted interactions, lore is used to activate scrolls. Higher lore values allow characters to use higher level scrolls. Mechanics. Traps and locks can be a problem for even the toughest adventurers, draining their resources and maiming or killing those who are unfortunate enough to trigger an unforeseen foreplate. The mechanic skill makes it easier to open locks and find and disable traps. Additionally, any character can use the mechanic skill to place traps of their own. The higher the mechanic skill, the more accurate the trap. In conversations and scripted interactions, mechanics can be used to avoid or disable a variety of machines. And then survival. Survival allows characters to choose from a variety of long-term bonuses each time they camp. The first 6 raids gain the following bonuses. So you can get damage reduction, receive a heal multiplier, bonus movement, accuracy bonus versus creature type, increased consumable duration, and bonus damage versus flanked enemies. After the 6th rank, previously earned bonuses become more powerful in the same order that they were received in. It's using conversations and scripted interactions that involve wilderness challenges or specialized information about nature. I feel like as a druid, survival should be one that we put something into. I feel like that's important. I feel like mechanics are important. I mean, I kind of, what do I have? I have 5. I'm going to put 1 in everything. Yeah. Well, maybe not so much in lore. Well, that's a scroll. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna put another one in mechanics. That's what we're doing. All right. Okay, no new class unlocks. Oh, okay, I get to pick one. Talents can be used to customize your character beyond your class's ability choices. Some talents modify existing abilities, but others add new abilities of their own. A subset of talents are class specific, but most can be taken by characters of any class. So, Wild Strike Burn, the druid's knowledge of forces of nature allow him or her to automatically inflict additional burn damage when spirit shifted. I feel like that's the one we should go with as the, sun situation. Corrode, additional corrode damage. Okay. Offensive, weapon focus, adventurer. Trains the character in the use of poleaxe, estoc, flail, wand, and warbow, gaining accuracy with all weapons of that type. Okay, I don't have any in that one. I don't have any defensive and I don't have any utility. I only have... Wait, no, I didn't. Okay. Okay, I can pick anything in any of these. All right. Well, I don't think weapons are a big focus considering I'm shifting. Defense, maybe. Does it take... I'm not going to take additional damage burn. Hold the line. Trains the character new defensive strategy, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. What does that mean? Engagement occurs anytime a character, as soon as engaged in the character moving. Okay, I don't think I want that right now. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, that's the one I want. Talents. Okay, done. All right, after living character up, you may want to review their stats. Open their character sheet to see their attributes, skills, abilities, and talents in greater detail. Okay. Let's see what we have. Can I like put things in the chest? Okay, cool. Okay, nice. All right. I'm gonna close that. Character sheets. Fire like God. Sundance reputations, benevolence of 1. Okay. All right, so that has all my stuff in it. Charm Beast. I could have used that. Okay, that's okay. Oh, well, we know this. We've seen this whole area. Okay.
Sure. Nice to see you too.
Try cat. Okay. Oh God. Well, that was unsettling, to say the least. Alrighty, let's go down here because I'm sure this will be peachy as well.
Hey there.
Let's go touch the sky. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Oh God.
Sure.
Ugh. That's trippy as hell. Okay. Over here we can grab. Doesn't look like that. There we go. Get that. Probably go up here and look at this thing, right? This massive structure is formed of stone, adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Alright. Let's go. So, to the Gilded Veil. Is that what we're... Oh, okay. 6 hours. Journey to the Gilded Veil, cross the Veilwood. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Oh goody, more dead bodies. Alright, camping supplies. It's good, because I think I'm getting tired, maybe? I mean, the voices are the voices, right? That's not gonna change. I'm taking a nap. I don't know which way to go. Let's go back up this way. This only goes so far, right? Yeah. Blood moss. Sure, that's healthy. Okay, come back over here. Yeah, that's as far as that goes. Here we go. Keep going. Let's go. Oh good, more dead bodies. I guess there's not anything to pick off of that one. Can we do anything with this waterfall? No. Okay, we can't do anything with the body. Come back this way. Let's go down here. So this way. Ooh, more dead bodies. Okay. Oh god. Tenfrith, the young dwarf tending to the stew, looks up, startled. He sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? The bandit turns. Get her, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help! Please, help me! One of the bandits gives Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. Alright, well, here we go. Let's see. I feel like first we've got to attack. Okay, now we can pause. What do we got? Sends a flurry of thin bolts of lightning hitting enemies in the area of effect with shock damage. We're not charming the beast. Nature's Mark causes them in the area of effect to glow with pale green light, making them easier targets. Draws on the invigorating power of nature, creating mild regeneration effect, raising max endurance on party members. Calls on a shaft of intense sunlight burning and potentially blinding those caught in the area of effect. Captures a giant pair of razor-sharp talons and causes slash damage. Tanglefoot. Shoots sharp thorn vines through the ground. Winter Wind. I feel like Dancing Bolts is a good one. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's give that one a shot. Okay, just attack. I feel like this is not going well for me.
That worked.
This seems like a bad plan for me. Run away. Alright, this is really not going right for me. Alright, we gotta run away. We're gonna run away. Ouch. When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they are out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance, even when combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye on the bar to the left of the character's portrait to prevent them from becoming maimed or killed. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We're out of endurance. You have died. Load. Alright. We'll just load from the last autosave and pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, okay.
Sure.
That's clearly a bad move on our part. Do that again. Leave that part of the map just unexplored, shall we? Interesting.
Yeah?
Pick up the blood moss. And then we shall run away. Alright. So yeah, we don't go south. That was a bad plan.
Hey there.
Can't do anything with that. So we'll come down here, we just won't go in that area. There's no over here is a bad plan. Northwest to Gurn's Grass, south to the Vale. Okay. Can you talk to this guy?
Gods keep you.
The man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky motions. He looks up as you approach. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, returning to face you. The sooner you clear these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to the Gilded Vale. Never mind the woods. There's a strange machine up in the ruins up to the north. There were these figures clad in black, performing some kind of rite. What's your hurry? I'm only passing through. I mean to reach the Vale. What's your hurry? The man looks down at the tent and then his hands. I mean to follow my own advice. Came here on a hunt. Me and a friend of mine. Thought we'd bring a stag home. Eat something other than bread for once. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his... I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Well, who are you? Name's Nanton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twitched. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Nanton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went off tearing after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. I think I remember this story. Where did you find this bear? In a cave a ways up that way. He turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Okay. I don't think I'm in a position to do much about that at the moment. So I'm just gonna go... I'm gonna work on getting to the Gilded Vale. Probably gonna be exhausted when I get there, but... Addendum added the Gilded Vale. All right. All kinds of fun stuff here. All right, let's go. Ah, yes, the hand train. Do you need companions? Yes, yes I do.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
A man approaches you. His skin is dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. He scans you with sunken, lifeless eyes. His voice is a dry croak. He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a hollow-born child?
His gaze swivels back to you. He appraises you over half-moon spectacles and scratches his chin. What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here. Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak.
He points to a body hanging from the tree.
Fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Arguable, yeah.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
You said something about Hollowborn in Waywind's Legacy before? He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Dyewood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows. But they began spreading after the Saints' War, so the name Waydwin's Legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some rooms. He regards you carefully. You want to mind where you mention that? Trespassing on Engithwain ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Bareth have mercy, we certainly have. I don't think so. They just as they finished, there was a Barawak. He polishes his spectacles on his sleeve. Even that close to a Barawak, you wouldn't be standing here. Alright, whatever.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Urgent looks out toward the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
A particular spasm crosses his face, and the corner of his mouth quirks up in a mirthless smile. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Bareth must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that's not your concern. Does this have an effect on the offer? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you get some rest. The inn or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Fine. I'm not looking to cause issues.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone who could help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. The man smiles broadly. Welcome to our village. Okay. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. Alright, let's... I feel like I need an inn. Things are bound to get worse now. Careful if you head east, guards patrol eastern but not the Black Meadow. You'd think these rains would be a boon for the crops. Aloth, you see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. They raise their voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm, his face partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggests an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
The others, 2 townsfolk men and an elven woman, don't look convinced. The woman crosses her arms. She spits at his feet. Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction. Angry townsman. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. We're humble folk, but we're no fools. Not like he thinks, mocking us while he shelters in our village. We don't take to that kind of talk from foreigners, especially not Erderans. I said that wrong.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
The second man thrusts his chin at the elf. He stinks of sour ale.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
A collective cry of outrage raises from the three locals. The second man snarls.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
Horror and shock paint themselves across the elven man's face in broad, hasty strokes. He frowns and swallows. He plants his feet. Something surly and raw flickers through his eyes.
That's where you're wrong.
I don't think attacking him is such a good idea. Back down all of you. This is absurd. This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking, not here arguing? Hey. We don't want your charity either, foreigner. They squint at you through red, bleary eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Oh, God. Alright. Probably should have saved before this, but what do I know? Well, there you go. As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
I'm glad I could help.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts. Though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
He gives you a quick smile. He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
Tell me about yourself. How did you manage to get stuck out here? You'd better have more to your say for yourself than that. How did you manage to get stuck out here? He laughs uncomfortably. That is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood,
Good night,
part
Mom.
of the mainland of the Adir
Thanks
Empire.
for being here.
And both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
He leans closer. Yeah, what the hell? Aloth goggles at you silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Finally, he gives you a clipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
So how did you manage to come across those
I'm afraid that was a
drinks?
matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
He tenses fingers and looks away. You did make an awfully lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his own sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Perhaps, or happens all too easily after a few pints. The accent doesn't help. I see. For which I'm grateful. Let's discuss something else, shall we? What are you doing here?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
He folds his arms and frowns, looking towards the center of town, and cocks his head, looking at you. And you? I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
His eyes flicker as he looks you up and down. He nods at the gnarled old tree in the center of town. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the follow rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
A sly grin crosses his lips. I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
He gives you a hopeful look. So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Perfect. In that dialogue. Alright, let me loot these by. Oh, that was everybody? It's one shot? Nice. Okay, cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and save. New save file. I guess we should give it a name. Alrighty. I am going to go ahead and end that there for tonight. Thank you all so much for following me. If you made it here, if you're here for the end of the stream, the end of the VOD, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all your support and interest. Thanks again to my latest follower, Iceman84. If you like what you saw, please give us a follow. Check us out. I have some stuff up on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter for any latest changes to my schedule. I will be back on Wednesday for my co-op Stardew Valley night, starting at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Fridays are my... we're not doing co-op Stardew Valley, sorry. We're doing co-op Overcooked on Wednesday right now. And then Fridays are my first playthrough of Stardew Valley at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then I will be back next Monday starting at 7 p.m. Central Time to play more Pillars of Eternity, because this has been going great. It's lots of fun. Like I said, big thank you to my latest follower, Iceman84, for watching. I hope your first playthrough goes great when you get it started. Big thank you to my latest subscriber, Tiny Tina, my top tipper, Nebby Knows, and top cheers, Rub-a-Dub-Dub. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a great evening and a great rest of your week if we don't see you again on Wednesday. Bye-bye.